Good day and hello. We are just starting with natural science, term one, and we are going to start with unit number one, which covers life and living. This is exactly with what is on your textbook at Doxentia grade 7. Okay, so you can use together this with your textbook. I have just summarized on the notes. Unit number one is life and living, and looking at everything that is living and the life as a whole. In life, we have four different spheres of earth, which means four layers of earth. Okay. And they are number one, the first one is the biosphere, the second one is the lithosphere, the third one is the, just a minute, I need to point so that you can see. We have four different types of earth. Number one, it's the biosphere. Number two, it's the lithosphere. Number three is hydrosphere. Number four is atmosphere. Okay, and they say the spheres parts are okay. So here they are just telling us what is there in each and every sphere. For example, we have biosphere. Bio means life. Okay, so in biosphere there are plants and animals. And then we have lithosphere. In lithosphere we have land. Litho means land. Hydrosphere, hydro means water, so we have water. And in the atmosphere we have the air. And we break down the term biosphere just to get the meaning of biosphere. Okay, so they say there, bio means life. Bio means life, and sphere means circle. So you see, bio means life and sphere means circle. Okay, so they say now if you have to define or the definition of biosphere, a biosphere is the part of earth in which all life exists. The biosphere is where all plants, animals, and all single-celled organisms, which are microbes, lives. The biosphere is the part of Earth in which all life exists. The biosphere is where all plants, animals, and all single-celled organisms lives. They say that the biosphere stretches to the uppermost part of the atmosphere, so it's almost going up, and where birds and insects can be found. It also stretches deep underground to the bottom of the ocean. Okay, so please use this in conjunction with the textbook so you can follow. You will see the diagram and you will see the biosphere. Okay, the biosphere is just the top of the land. Okay, so it stretches to the atmosphere where there is air, and it also stretches deep underground where there is water, to the bottom of the ocean. Biosphere includes any place on earth where life in any form is found. Wherever there is life, it is biosphere. Okay, so now let's go to the second part. Now we look at each sphere one by one. Okay, we will start with the we have covered biosphere. Now we go to lithosphere. Right, they say the lithosphere is the hard outer layer of earth. All life is dependent on the lithosphere. The lithosphere is the land or the ground. The lithosphere provides mineral salts for green plants so photosynthesis can take place. Remember, the lithosphere provides mineral salts for green plants so that photosynthesis can take place. If they can ask you the function of the lithosphere, is that it provides mineral salts for green plants so that photosynthesis can take place. That is the start of all food chains. Remember, food starts with photosynthesis on Earth. Photosynthesis is the process whereby green plants produce starch or food. Remember, you've done that in the previous grade. There are different types of soils in the lithosphere. Remember, lithosphere is the land. So there are different types of soils. There is clay soil, there is sand, and there is loamy soil. Life for different types of organisms, plants and animals are adapted to the different parts of the lithosphere. So in the lithosphere, different parts, life is adapted by different plants and animals. For example, you look at the earthworms, they can be found where? They can be found in loam soil, but not in sand. You look at quiver trees, it's a certain type of tree. It grows in sandy soil. You look at clip springers and hyraxes, they live in rocky areas. So different plants and animals adapt themselves in the lithosphere for living. Okay. Are we good? We've covered biosphere and we've covered the lithosphere. Okay. Then the next one that we're going to cover, it is the hydrosphere. Okay. Remember, we have 4 spheres. We have already covered 2. The third one is the hydrosphere. The hydrosphere is water in all its different forms on Earth. Remember, hydro means water. The hydrosphere includes the following. It includes oceans, rivers, lakes, underground water. You see sometimes a piece of land and the water is coming out from the ground. So that water is also part of hydrosphere. Ice at the poles, okay, you know the different poles of the earth, there is ice there, and moisture in the air, okay. In the air we have moisture, so that moisture is part of the hydrosphere, okay. No life would be able to survive without water. Without water, anything is nothing, just doomed. Water occurs in 3 states. You've covered this in your previous grade. Water occurs in solid, liquid, and gas. And they say water is the only substance that occurs in 3 states. Okay. Other substances, they might only be in 1 state or in 2 states. But water occurs in all 3 states. The water cycle ensures that the water on Earth never runs out. Okay, so water never runs out. Okay, but it is recycled continuously. A simplified flow diagram representing water cycle. I need to check the page for that one, but I will let you know. I will write the page on the notes so that you see at what page is the water cycle represented, to show that water never runs out, but it is continuously recycled. Okay, so the next one that we will cover, we have covered the 3 spheres, and we said there's 4 spheres of the earth. Remember, on the hydrosphere, I need you to know that water cycle, to show that water never runs out, but it is recycled. Okay, I will tell you the page when I complete with atmosphere. The atmosphere is the 4th sphere. The atmosphere, let me put this nicely so that you can see. Yes, the atmosphere of Earth is a layer of gases around the planet. So atmosphere is the layer of gases around the Earth. Okay. The gases surrounding the Earth are attracted to the surface by Earth's gravitational force. Okay, so the gases are attracted by the Earth's gravitational force to the Earth's surface. And we have dry air in the atmosphere. We have dry air in the atmosphere, and that dry air contains different types of gases. It contains different types of gases. First, it contains air, nitrogen. It contains oxygen, it contains argon, it contains carbon dioxide, it contains other gases. So dry air consists of different gases, okay? And you need to know these gases that are in the dry air. Please, you need to know these gases that are in the dry air. You need to know this. And those gases are nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, and the other gases in small percentage. Okay. And we also have the diagram that shows the composition of the air, the dry air in the atmosphere. Okay, we also have that. So you need also to check the diagram, and you will put it here on the notes when you write your notes. The diagram that shows the composition of the Earth atmosphere. Are we together? Okay, and it will also even break it down in percentage so that you see that which gas is the most in the air. Okay, I need to show you two diagrams, one diagram of the water cycle and the other diagram of the composition of the atmosphere. And we also have water vapor in the air. We also have water vapor in the air. Okay, they say water vapor is water molecules that occur in the form of gas in the atmosphere. It's water molecules, but they're in the form of gas in the air. Okay, all living organisms need oxygen and carbon dioxide. Oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs as a mixture in the atmosphere. So the atmosphere has got a mixture of oxygen and carbon dioxide. And they say all organisms, they need these two, oxygen and carbon dioxide, to survive. The atmosphere protects life on Earth by. You need to know how does the atmosphere protects life on Earth. These ones, you need to know them. Okay, you really need to know them. Number one, it protects life on Earth by absorbing harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. If the sun is hot, the atmosphere absorbs the rays. Okay. Number two, it keeps the heat of the sun inside the atmosphere. So it sort of traps the heat of the sun inside the atmosphere so that the temperature on the earth remain warm. Okay, and also the atmosphere protects life on earth by decreasing the fluctuations in temperature between day and night. You don't want day to be too hot and night to be too cold. Okay, so these are the four spheres of the earth, the four spheres of the earth. Now I need to show you few diagrams that are in the textbook so that you understand what I am talking about. So if you just hold on a bit, and I will continue just now. Now, just to show you in terms of what is in your textbook, I have, just hold on a bit here. I need to do this. And, okay, let's pause. Okay, so we've got the diagram here that shows the four spheres of the earth. Okay, we have number one, we started with the biosphere, which covers all the living things, okay, on earth. This is the biosphere, okay, and we have all living things here on the biosphere. All right, and then we have the second one that we dealt with. It was the lithosphere, which is the land, and we went to hydrosphere, which is water, and the last one is the atmosphere. This is in your textbook. Okay, all right, so let's continue. I wanted to show you the water cycle. Okay, wanted to show you the water cycle. So if you see, there are different types of spheres and also the earth as you see there, but where I wanted to go, it's on the, what do you call it, the hydrosphere. This is the water cycle that I want you to draw on the notes. And the hydrosphere, they say here is a simplified flow diagram representing the water cycle. So it shows that number one, let's start at the beginning. We start with water in the lakes, rivers, and the sea. Then the water evaporates, okay, because it's hot now, the sun is out, water evaporates, and now we have water vapor condenses because it's cold at the top and it's hot at the bottom. Then the water condenses, and precipitation in the form of for example, rain forms, and it starts raining, and run off from rivers to the sea. That rain goes to the rivers, and the cycle continues. That is why we say that we never run out of water. Water recirculates. Okay, so that is very important. And the other diagram that I wanted to show you here, both diagrams are in your textbook, page 21. It's the composition of the dry air in the atmosphere. Okay, we know that it contains nitrogen, oxygen, argon, and carbon dioxide. Then it's other gases, and a small percentage is water vapor. So if you see, the bigger portion is nitrogen. The bigger portion is nitrogen. Yes, the bigger portion is nitrogen, and then oxygen is the second big, and then we have argon as number 3, and we have carbon dioxide number 4, and a small percentage of all other gases. So nitrogen is the one that has got a bigger percentage in dry air. In that way, we have covered our first unit on the life and living, which is the four spheres of the earth. Okay, this is the end of our first lesson. Thank you. I think now what needs to happen is that you need to write the notes and also put the pictures, just stick them of the diagrams as I have mentioned. Study and memorize this. This is important information. You need it for your own knowledge. You need it for your exercises, classwork, homework, and you also need for tests. Don't pack it until it's a lot. You need to start studying immediately. Okay. All right. That is the end of our lesson. Thank you.